I just want to show to the CTA users, because I'm not a CTA user, I'm an iCloud user. And even though I'm just starting CTA and I'm sharing with you some backgrounds, and I'm going to be sharing with you some projects as well. And I just want to show you this small video that I did for a presentation of backgrounds that I'm giving you for free. You can see the link right here below. Let me see, I'm gonna amplify this. Okay, the link is right here. So if you let me see, well, for some reason it didn't do it as I was expecting, but I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna fix that. I want to show you something. When you play the video and then you see the different kinds of backgrounds that you have, you can animate these backgrounds if you have the tools, I'm going to say from CTA, that allow you to animate. When I'm saying about animate, it's like this one right here. Okay, I just skipped that. This one right here. I'm going to show you the project that I'm working on to animate this. Okay, when I'm talking about the tools, I'm talking about the effects that will allow you to animate that. So I'm going to animate this project and I'm going to share with you so that you can have the pretty much the effects that allow you to do this. Okay, so there you go. So this animated, as you can see, the background itself is not animated. Let me go back to my page. It's just background, okay, and it has no animations of any kind. You can do you can cut the trees in Adobe Photoshop or any other kind of a picture editor that you may have, and you can put them as props in the scene so that you can actually have like a three-dimensional scene. Okay, but just wanted to show you that even though you have these backgrounds that are not animated, you can actually animate them if you have the tools like I told you before. So if you go to my channel, which is this one right here, I'm an iCloud user, so I'm sharing a lot of stuff for iCloud, especially avatars, but I'm starting to share for CTA content, and you can see some of my shares right here. If you play all of them, these are just tests, okay, but if you play my shares, you will have on the right hand side, you will have all the shares that I already uploaded for you, and you can go directly to whatever share you want to download. You go over here and then you use the link. For some reason it's not giving me the links right here. I don't think it's gonna give you the link. I'm gonna have to check on that. Let me go ahead and open that up. Yeah, it actually opens that up. So, oh, and you need a decryption key. Okay, I'm gonna have to add something about the shares because it just realized that the links are not connecting you to directly to the link or to the share. What it's doing, because they changed in YouTube and they also changed at mega.nz, they changed the way you can share stuff. In Mega, you used to have a direct link and now you don't have it, okay? YouTube now requires you to have a one-time identification, so they can actually allow you to have a straight link in which you can just click the link and it takes you directly to the link, you know, for the download, which is ridiculous, you know, because YouTube is always asking you for identification every time you log in. You know, it requires you like every 3 months or so to make sure, you know, you are actually the person who's the owner of the account. Anyways, I fixed that, so I'm gonna show you. If you go to any of the shares that I have, I'm gonna open up this share, okay, and I'm gonna amplify the screen so that you can see closer what's gonna happen. Okay, you go here, that's where the share is. This is the share, it's not this one right here, it's this one. Copy, paste, that's what I said. You have to copy and paste this in the search box. Okay, so we're gonna copy all this we're gonna copy, we're gonna open up a new window. I'm just gonna use this one right here, and we're gonna paste it right here in the search of your browser, and it's gonna take you directly to the link. Okay, so, and now you can download it. Okay, just want to let you know that I had to change everything in regards to my downloads, because they changed everything at the mega.nc. That's the mega.nc right here, which is the kind of service that I use for you to download stuff. And they change also some of the policies in YouTube, because they say they don't want people, you know, that are spammers, you know, just sharing links and spamming you, you know, with all the trash, which is ridiculous. But anyways, so just want to let you know that. Okay, so whenever you go now to any of my links for share, because I just uploaded this one right here. Okay, so when you go here, you're going to have to copy the mega.nc link, the entire link. Okay, just copy, and here in the search bar, you're going to paste it, and you click enter, and it's going to take you directly to the download. Okay, and then you can download it. Just want to let you know that. And in regards to the project, as I was telling you before, I'm going to open up the project. Okay, some things, I'm here in the content manager. Okay, so I'm going to amplify the screen again, because I want to show you the parts that this project is composed of. It has pretty much the background. Okay, and I'm going to hide it. It's got the background, the ones that I just shared with you, which is not animated, it's just a picture. And then it has the other stuff. Okay, let me see. Wow. Okay, up here at the background. And then we have this one right here. That's for the contaminated water that's coming out of the pipe. Okay, so I'm gonna appear that again. Here it is. That's just a waterfall that I got from a pack. Okay, that's for waterfalls. And I just changed the color. The way you can change the color, you select the prop, you go over here to the left hand side, and then you're gonna look for this one right here, which is the render style. You click on that, and it's gonna open up this menu, and then you're gonna move the color bars right here to whatever color you want it. Okay, I'm just gonna give you an example. I'm gonna move it all the way to this, and it changed the color. You see, whatever color you want. That's a blue, but I wanted it green so that it looks green, and there it is. Okay, so you just mess with the sliders right here for the colors, and it will give you a different kind of look. Okay, now you see these trees in the foreground, then you see the ones in the background. Okay, this is layers, so you have to understand that the layers that are in the foreground are going to be overimposed the ones at the background. Okay, so you want the ones at the foreground in the foreground. So it's like this one right here that's selected. I can move it to the front or to the back. If I move way to the back, it's gonna pretty much disappear. Okay, in the background that we have. All right, because these are layers, so you have to work with layers. Okay, so I put that layer right here, this one layer, which is animated. And then we have another layer, which is this one right here. I'm going to hide it so that you can see which layer that is. That's pretty much the water splash. Okay, you also move it back or forward. In this case, I wanted it to be forward so that it gives that effect. And then we have the last one, which is this one right here, and that's pretty much the water that's moving right here. Okay. Now let me show you something else, because this one, when you put it, you drop it in the scene, it's rectangular. The area is rectangular. You need to deform the prop, and the way you do that is that you right click, you select the prop, which is selected already, you right click on it, and then you go prop key editor, okay? And the prop key editor has two options, okay? Right now I'm on the deform option, but you have the transform and you have the deform, okay? When you select the deform, what that's gonna do for you is gonna allow you in these vertices or these points, okay, of the rectangle. It's gonna allow you to pretty much move them around how you wanted them to be morphed, okay? You see, if I do it like that, it's gonna be morphed, okay, like that. So I'm just gonna get it back to where it was, because actually I'm not at 0. Make sure that you are always, whenever you do any modifications, that you are always at 0, frame 0, so, or frame 1. So I'm just gonna go to stop, and I'm at frame 1. And since this is animated and we're gonna select the prop again, well, we're just gonna make sure it's selected, which is selected already. And the prop is selected, so we right click on your mouse, and if it has animations, it's going to show you here the animations. In this case, it's not showing you any animations because unfortunately, what I did is I removed the animation, and that was stupid of me, okay? But let me show you in the timeline, okay? And we select that prop in the timeline, and if you go to the motion, you're gonna see all these little dots, which is pretty much the animation of the water. So what I did is I copy and pasted that many times till the end, okay, of the frame, and all the way to the end, all the way over here, okay, so that it repeats itself. And when we play it, it gives the effect as if it was moving, okay? So I just want to let you know that you can actually animate this whenever, you know, however you want. If you want the plants to be in the foreground, then you can open up you can either open up the image, you know, right here directly from the CTA, you know, the Crazy Talk Animator, or you can open up that up in the picture editor. In my case, it's Adobe Photoshop. So I can just open it up in Adobe Photoshop, and then I can just select this, you know, and cut him, and then just put him as props in the scene in case I want to put an avatar, and I want to put an avatar walking from this direction to the other direction. Or, you know, you have to pretty much think about how you're going to be doing this animation. Like if you want the avatar to be right here, like in the center, like in the water that's contaminated, then there's a couple of ideas that I have to make it look like it's actually inside the water, because we are talking about a 2D project in which is working with layers, and the layer that's at the front is going to be showing up on top of all the other layers, okay? So it's like this layer right here, it's at the front, so it's showing up on top of the other layers. So a way to do that, you know, would be to make the bottom part of the avatar transparent and just have half of the body, you know, from the waist up to have it solid, and from the waist down to have it transparent. Or you can also overimpose another layer of that color, the kind of like the green color, to make it look like if it was under the water. And then you can move this, you can break these water ripples or water effects, you can break it into 2 parts or make two props. What I'm talking about, I'm gonna select that, okay, that's the water, okay. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. You hold down your control key in your keyboard, and then you pull it up, and I'm pulling it up, and it's gonna make a copy of that. Let's just wait until the character creator makes the copy, okay, but it's gonna make another copy of this. Then you can make 2 copies, one for top. You see that's the original color is blue, okay. That's the original color, okay. So it makes 2 copies, so you make one for the top, and one for the bottom. Of course, you're going to have to resize this, and then the one that's at the top, you're going to take it to the background. Okay, so right here in this arrow at the center, you're going to move it back. Okay, if it disappears, what you can do is you can select the background, and then you can move the background. Let me see, I'm gonna have to move the background. Okay, right there. You can move the background a little bit farther behind, okay, so that it gives you more space. Since it's a three-dimensional space, you can move it back. Then you can move this one, the one top, a little bit to the back, right there. And then you have the other one, the one in the foreground. You don't want that to be on top of this effect, okay? Because if you do that, it's not gonna look good. But we can select that effect. Let me go here, and then we can move that effect a little bit forward and just try to match it, okay? And make sure that you're always at frame 1. Okay, so you have 2 layers already. Okay, like I told you before, for like this layer right here, that's a one at the top. Okay, we can go here again, open up this, and then just change the color to a green color. Okay, for some reason it's not giving me to me. Just gonna have to wait, because you see it's working. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's gonna work. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Just let me do it. I'll be right back. Okay, I added a new elements. Okay, I changed the color of both layers. As you can see, there's one layer that's at the top and it's at the back of the character. There's another layer for the water ripple that's at the front, and it's in front of the character. Okay, so one is behind, one is at the front, and it's gonna keep that effect. Now another thing that I added is one of these backgrounds. Okay, I added, I believe, let me see, I added this one right here, or this one, and I put it right here. And what I did is I changed the color to green. Okay, so, and I attached that to the avatar. You go over here at the top, you see this link. This is to link, so you can link the props to whatever other, whether you have another prop or you have an avatar, you can link it to that. And that's what I did. I linked it to the avatar, so it's pretty much covering the lower part of the body to make it look like if it was underneath the water. Okay, that's one effect. It's not the only way we can do it. And then I put the other ones, these ones right here, I moved them to the back. Okay, now if I make the avatar move, the prop is going to move with the avatar because it's attached to it, it's linked to it. And we're going to run this animation, and as you can see, it looks like the water is in front and the water is behind. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You just have to think how you want to make this effect and then work on it. Like I told you before, you can animate the background and you can make your own animation. You know, you can make the avatar walking from this end, walking all the way down. You can do that. You would just need to cut this dark vegetation. Okay, these plants or leaves, you're gonna have to cut them and then put them on top of the entire scene. Okay, and make him part of the foreground, so that the avatar, when he's walking, it's actually behind the plants. And with this, I finished this animation. I'm going to share with you this project. It's going to be for free, so you can download it. I already showed you how to download the projects. Thank you for watching. Oops, very slippery. Let me tell you one thing, this is just not right. Do you think this is right? Because we're contaminating the water?